All right, let's give this new season pass a try in the paid version. We're wrapping it up here today on our main account, and let's see what we can get. I tried to get to level 100. I did not quite get there, but we had a pretty good grind. We're going to open up a good chunk of crates here today. We made it to level 96, pretty respectable. Big shout out to Coop over on the Discord, True Grinder, my friend. And I want to talk through today. We do season wrap up. If you're familiar with the channel, it's one of my favorite times. It's going to be a little bit different this time, but we're going to take a look at some of the rewards. We're going to see what we can pick up. This is my first chance at utilizing and using the new season pass from a paid perspective. So we'll give some thoughts and comments to that. In addition, as we always do, we'll jump over and see, can we get any mercenary progress? We are still on the grind here on the upper levels, so I'm excited about that. So, made it to 96, got about 16 hours left as of the recording of this. You'll probably see this by the time the season is over. And here, down below, I am in the way, is my total progress. We got 6 of these, of the purple crates here, so that'll be pretty interesting. We got 25 of our orange crates, and then we have our basic crates as well. So let's crack into these, see what we can get. Okay, here we go. First one up. We can pick some skins here. Like, some of these are pretty cool. But do I just want the coins? What do I like better here? What happens if I already have these? Is there a way that I already have this? This is a question. I'm going to take the backpack, actually. Okay, so no, I do not. All right, what else do we want here? Normally, I would probably pick coins. I'm sitting pretty good on coins at the moment. So I'm probably just going to end up grabbing maybe a variation of things. We'll grab an Uzi from this crate. This is just not good, but I will put a bat into the inventory. Here, shotgun, I guess. Cleaver. Okay, so this is like pick up the styles. I guess we'll stay full on picking up the new styles. If every season comes with some new styles, that's kind of cool if you care about cosmetics, I guess. We'll just take the M16 here. Crowbar here. These are starting to get in some good ones. Carbon composite dry dog food, pretty interesting. That's a decent little selection crate here. Let me grab the AK. Probably just the katana. Just like having weapons in the inventory. Now, this is a good one. I'm actually going to take a basket with puppies. Equalizer, this is probably one of the better crates overall if you're looking for your Genesis weapons. Steel plates is obviously really helpful. You could even make the argument that high-tech components is like useful depending on what you're trying to put together, and obviously there's coins, but I'm going to take the pup here. We'll take the Colt. It's kind of weird the order that these crates are in. Now, this is the one that everybody would want. You finally have your extremely rare blueprint here. You have 10 ash planks, which is not nothing. I have a ton of C4. I might actually take the ash planks. I don't need this extremely rare weapon mod. I'm going to take the ash planks. I like that. Okay, so now I think we're getting into, you just rotate through. I believe that's how this works, is that you rotate through a handful of these different orange crates. So we're going to see some very similar selections coming up here. Maybe not. Maybe that, I don't know. The order of these is, I should have probably looked a little bit more. This is an interesting one. I'm just going to straight up take the titanium. Yeah, I would take the Scar. There's really not a good use for lead plates at the moment. Batteries would be helpful if you needed those for your ATV. So here we are. We'll take the titanium. I'll take a shotgun. This is another really interesting one. What do I like here? I have a lot of flight controllers. Probably just the grenade launcher, or maybe I just take the 100 coins. I take the grenade launcher. We're back. Rotating through. Okay. So now... Oh. You know what's really tough about this? I obviously want to continue to stack up our Dragonovs. This is where this gets really tough, because if you're on your build for your ATV, you're taking this. These two rewards are pretty, I don't want to say useless, but you like early season, maybe you're grabbing a propeller if you're working on your boat. Most of the time, your selections are obviously going to be your ATV, your drone, your Dragonov, or your coins here. I'm going to take the drone blueprint because I love drone blueprints. I'm going to keep snagging puppies here, because you can get a really good puppy. I don't need the Genesis weapons at the moment. We're back here with this. I really don't need any of these materials. Yeah, so we're rotating through now these different crates. And again, if you're seeing this crate every 5 and you're in the paid version, this is a great way. This is a great way if you've really grinded to pick up a whole bunch of extremely rare blueprints. I know just looking from the Discord, a handful of folks got a good chunk of these just by being able to grind this pass. So the top end of the pass feels pretty good. I'm not going to pass up a whole bunch of ash planks here, to be honest with you. I have like 80 C4. I don't really need the bricks, I don't think, at the moment, but bricks are a great grab as well. I'm going to take some copper here, because I think I'm kind of low on copper. And again, we got another shot at this. Okay, I could see this kind of being worth if you were able to grind. Gonna get some decent rewards out of this. This is a really good crate too. There's 2 of these that are really, really solid. This one, and obviously the extremely rare blueprint one. And we got it again. Again, extra seat, like paid version, I would be able to pick up, if I didn't need the blueprints, I'd have been able to pick up quite a bit of C4. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna get a bunch of puppies, which I'm excited about. And a bunch of copper. I'm not mad about that one. I'm not mad about this crate either. We haven't seen a ton of this one. This one's not bad too. Again, this one's probably less helpful unless you're still working your ATV. If you're working your ATV and you spike this a couple of times, like 20 carbon composite is really huge actually. So that's pretty nice. I'll take an AK here. And this is what we picked up. The paid version of the pass. Oh, and this is a... Why is it showing these? Maybe this is how I have it built, but it's only showing it with that. That's weird. That might be a visual bug. Yeah, so these were our selection crates here. What is this? We got a Dragonov blueprint. So I got 30 ash planks, bunch of copper, some weapons, and 3 things of dogs. And again, you could have replaced a handful of these with extremely rare blueprints. That's not bad. The top end feels pretty good. If you're doing the paid version of this, feels pretty good. What happened here? Okay, little frozen bug there at the end, grabbing those. Not sure what happened, but we're back. I am gonna hang on to the drone blueprint, but we're going to give our Dragonov blueprint a go here. What are we looking for? Anything new? Anything new is obviously what we'll be excited for. Hopefully not a dupe, but we are getting closer. Definitely moving into the... We're fully in the range of potentially getting a duplicate here. We're obviously hoping for an extremely rare. Something blue would be great. Take anything new, though. Take anything new. Let's crack it. React Okay, kind of figured that was going to happen. That, unfortunately, is kind of where we're at, especially as we look at what we have left. We don't have a ton. Well, we have enough. We have a good chunk. I think we have a good chunk of them, but we have a good chunk still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. assuming if these are in 910, we have 10 still open. But I have a feeling that a lot of these are at the upper rarity levels. Maybe not this. Like regular muzzle brake is probably just a regular one. I'm imagining that this is probably a blue. Usually lasers are a little bit more rare, but like a muzzle brake, I guess, could be one that we would see at common. And a handful of these are probably rares, and then some EX rares as well. So nothing going there, unfortunately, but let's jump over as we sit, and let's grab some merc contracts. We got a whole season's worth, pretty good stockpile. We are looking for Murphy. That's what we need. I need 2 of this guy to get him above level 50. So we have 103. We're guaranteed at least 1 very rare. Can we get more? And can we get multiple Murphs? We've done it before. Let's see what happens. We need a bunch of stripes. We need a whole bunch of stripes. So we're going to get those. There's only a handful of other mercenaries, actually, that we do need. We need all the very rares still in decent quantities. Okay. About halfway through. Okay, there's a Rachel, which is like a kind of weird mercenary contract. I don't think I have her all the way leveled up yet. There's my very rare. Old Naomi and Dash. Do we see another one? These last 23? Maybe, but probably not. Yeah, probably not happening. No Murph this time. Ugh. I really feel like he's the hang up. Okay, Tucker though. Oh, I am so close. I am this close. I am this close to getting him all the way leveled up. Oh, that's brutal. We needed, what? Like, a little less than 20? That's big. That's a big level. Look at 113 damage from a man. And 4,300 health is a lot, too. Wow, he's up in the 50,000 health pool. That's pretty insane. Yeah, this would have put me at 86. I needed 14 more to max out Tucker. That would have been really awesome. We could do some leveling up here for Mr. Lemmy. Chris is level 60, so we could drop this in here. Again, we're just sitting on Murph. I need 3 more. I thought I needed 2. Excuse me. I needed 3 more contracts to get him boosted up here. Where's Rachel at? Yeah, it's weird that I got a contract for her. There's no other reason to... I mean, we'll spend these stripes. I might as well just spend all these stripes on her. Just makes sense to do that. She can't... she's the only one that can use them. Lemmy's not a bad option. Got Liberty that we could level up. Got Rust we could keep dumping into, which is probably a better idea, maybe. Godfrey, interestingly enough, we only have the 1 contract for. Got Karma we could keep leveling up. Might not be a bad play. And we have Naomi and Dash to make some maneuvers on. I think... Let's just do this. Let's just level up Lemmy once. I will be interested to see what he kind of looks like as we get him closer and closer to max level. I mean, he does do a lot of damage. It's his health that's the biggest concern as we go forward here. Again, we could get a couple levels with Rust if we wanted to do that. I don't know. Besides Naomi and Dash, Karma's the other option for these stripes, I think. That makes sense. I think we do spend them here. Get her leveled up. At some point, we're just going to have to spend these and put them in places and get her leveled up. And if I do get her to 50, I do have the 5 contracts, so we can get her leveled up even more. Bandaging skill is interesting. Again, I think she's just a little too squishy for where we're at. There is an opportunity to get Naomi and Dash leveled up as well. And I have 6 contracts for her, which means if we got her up to 40, we'd be in decent shape, at least, of continuing on. You just need such a heavy investment of stripes, too, at these upper levels. Like, I would love to have Tucker finished. That would have been huge. I wish we could have got just enough stripes here. Get him up to 60, I feel like, would have been really, really big. Okay, let's do this. Let's give... I don't think we're going to see any progress here. I just don't think so. Because, again, we're fighting the raging zombies here. This tells me to do Lemmy, which is really interesting. Again, I think this is the play. I think this is the play. What's her bonus? Who can I swap her out with? Does Karma give a skill boost? What about Chris? I don't think so. Use Karma here. Look at the recommended gear score. 140,000 is a lot. That is a lot. I kind of wish that this was set up that the fourth person you have, you could still use their skill. Obviously, they're not a part of the fight, but that would be a really interesting way to kind of have done this. Yeah, I remember this one. We have to be able to use Tucker's ability, like, right away. Like, absolutely right away. And I feel like last time I was able to do that. Maybe I'm misremembering. I don't know. I thought so, though. Because, like, otherwise, I just get smoked. Okay, there we go. This is... That's so terrible. That's so terrible. Might as well make use of this while I can. And these guys get in the mix, and then he's dead. It's just all Tucker here is what it is. Okay, there's one of the raging zombies down. And then in they come. Now, see, again, this is the frustrating part with this. I am hitting the big guy here, so can do this attack. Tucker is very good at taking these guys out. I will say that. His attack is just so fantastic. Raging Zombies also put in a ton of damage. I mean, Connor can really soak up some hits. Guess I'm actually getting to participate, but like, look at that. I mean, there's just no way. You definitely need all three. And I can help as much as possible, but Tucker's not going to be able to withstand this. This one's so tough. This one is so tough. I feel like you need a really, really, really solid team for this. Plus, you have to not be able... You have to just not get hit by those exploding zombies is also critical to this. So, okay, I don't think we'll fare any better here. But we are much closer because, again, it's raging zombies. What is this one? Reduce. I'm going to set up the team the same. What is this? See, this is tough because I really don't want him here. I don't have much choice there. But I don't want him to get blowed up by the barrel. I'm not super confident about this. These raging zombie ones are so hard. Incredibly hard. And I wish I could target these guys. But I just can't. And they're absolutely melting Murph here. Okay, I can kill this guy. At least. He killed that guy. I think I've actually been close on this one. That was big damage. There's a couple more raging zombies. Okay. And I can hit the big guy here. I kind of wish the big guy would have stayed. This is also where I wish I was able to deal a little bit more damage with the van. Or with a different type of weapon or something. Connor's doing a nice job. I wish I wouldn't have overheated here. Okay. Okay. Come on, Connor. Come on, Tucker. Okay. It's just what's gonna be my downfall here is this group. That was huge attack, 4,300. But now, yeah, he's just not gonna be able to kill these guys fast enough. And this zombie is healing 1,000 damage per hit. And Tucker's not even shooting him. I wonder if we try. Let me try this again. Let me see. I'm wondering if there's a sequencing thing here. Sometimes it is about sequencing. Got him stunned. That was pretty good, actually. I can't tell if this is I can't tell which one's which here. We actually are looking okay on this one. Some of the sequencing is working out just fine. That big guy out of the way. If we can kill both of these guys quickly. See, then we're going to get the other group in, and this is going to be the zombie. If they switch targets, that's where I get absolutely screwed. That's the big problem, and he did. He swapped targets, which means this other guy is going to be healing up. Oh, that's so terrible, dude. and this guy's moved too far down, so I can't help. It's the target swapping that is just so cruel. And again, I'm not. Yeah. Yep. I wish they would just stay focused on a single target. We might actually have a chance with that. And so much of that is just RNG too, which is a little frustrating. So made some progress. I think we got to just look at trying to get Tucker leveled up, get him all the way to 60, and then hopefully we can get lucky with some merc contracts. Keep spreading out our mercenary stripes and seeing if we can't get other teams ready to go. It's just going to take a little while to get. I got to get some of the other team members, I think, up into the 50s to even consider throwing them in as part of that, right? Like Karma could be an option, but maybe throwing her in. But I think she's just too low of a level at this point. So that's the season wrap up. Let me talk about this just really quickly. I'll give final thoughts. I know the pass is not well received. I'm not a big fan of it either. I will say, though, if you are in the paid version, especially if you play the game every day, and the fact that you have an opportunity to rotate through these different crates, especially getting the chance to get some of these top-end ones, some of these crates that have some pretty good stuff in them, it's like this one, like the fact that you can get this crate multiple times in the season is pretty good. It is pretty good. Again, I can see even if you got this crate 3 or 4 times, the C4s would be worth it. The EXBPs would be absolutely great. Even for top end folks like me, I don't mind taking the ash planks or even the bricks. Filters is pretty useless, but you got 4 really good options in this. Obviously, notwithstanding the coins that you can pick up, and that's not bad. That's not bad. Now, granted, the paid version should be valuable, should be worth it. You got to get there. You got to grind the levels. But if you're able to do that, it's not bad. It's not a bad pass. It's not a bad pass. So that's my thoughts. Definitely, a paid version is significantly better, and unfortunately, the free to pay version has taken a big hit. And some slight changes. That's all it would take. Some slight changes could make that really, really good. So. Continue to let me know your thoughts down below. If you had a good season grind, I hope you were able to get some good stuff. If you opened some EXBPs, I hope you grabbed some great stuff that you needed from that. So best of luck to everybody out there. Hopefully you opened your crate and get them auto-selected, because that, I have a feeling, in the next day or two is going to be a major frustration for a lot of players as well. But with that, we'll wrap it up. Season end, jumping into some more different stuff coming up here pretty quickly. Stay tuned to the channel. Last Day on Earth. We'll be back with more. Thanks for watching. Catch you next one.